Hello and welcome to the Kindred Essence Tarot and to my latest reading, which is on what if somebody did some sort of negative action towards you, a negative action towards you, an evil action towards you, inflammatory, retaliatory, or some sort of negative action towards you. Like, how good or bad were their intentions? Were their intentions truly bad? Or were they something in between? What is the complex nuances of their action towards you that was negative? So what is the sort of the intentions behind their negative actions towards you? So I'm interested in I studied criminology and psychology in university. So this is an interesting topic for me, right? It's because it's like, delving into the deep-seated psyches. And I'm not diagnosing anybody, but this reading could help you sort of understand what if somebody's done negative action towards you, what were their true intentions of their negative actions towards you. Yeah, I'm not quite sure exactly how I'm going to title this reading, but that's the gist of it. So without any other further ado, let us get started. Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4. Alright, so pile number 1. What were their intentions with their negative actions towards you? Okay, let's see, we've got the World, Ace of Pentacles, Justice, Temperance, and the Hanged Man. So immediately I got, it's sort of like, it was like they wanted to, the energy that I got with this is they wanted to stop you with their particular action towards you. They wanted to, let me move these cards up. They wanted to stop you in some way. They wanted to perturb you, and it's almost like, I'm hearing in some cases, and not in all cases, they wanted to lure you away from something by maybe something that was beneficial for you by making something seem attractive that wasn't. So it's sort of like this person, they wanted to end something for you. Like, it feels very kind of almost deceptive, but it's something involves, and I'm hearing that it's a lot of. So yeah, I do get kind of negative intentions, but it's sort of like I feel like the water is sort of muddied in regards to this. It's like when they did their act, there's this particular action towards you, this negative action towards you. It's sort of like it's almost like they could have been lying to themselves or saying almost like, I'm hearing for some, oh, well, this person, they don't deserve this. I'm hearing they don't deserve this. So it seems like they were like almost blocking something, right? They were just blocking something for you, but almost saying, oh, well, this is positive for you. Like, it's almost like they deluded themselves into thinking they had positive intentions for you, or they were kind of luring you to something or trying to end something. It feels like very subterfuge. It's almost like for their own benefit, for their own benefit. And it's sort of like, it's like they almost looked into it. Like, they may have done some research about it and even about how to divert you, but it feels like this person doesn't, and it's almost like they feel it's like they wanted to, for some reason, maybe you threatened them in some way. You threatened them and they wanted to, and it's like this person was very false to you. And it's like they put some sort of distortion on you that doesn't have anything to do with who you are. And conversation, I'm hearing that this person had conversations with themselves, or they kind of steered the conversation. And it's sort of like they wanted to take something away from you, but it feels almost underhanded. So what they did was, underhanded boss. It's sort of like this situation. They wanted to usurp your authority in some way, and I'm not sure exactly what this was, or what, but it's like they wanted to usurp, and stupid, they thought you were stupid, or they wanted to act stupid in order to, like, get away with what they were doing, type thing. They wanted to, like, intimidate, or they wanted to intimidate. They wanted to, so I'm hearing either, like, the tactics that they wanted to somehow be in control of some sort of situation, but they did this by acting stupid, or either intimidating. They wanted to either act stupid and go through the back door to do something, like, where you wouldn't notice it, or they wanted to be really get in your face. It's like, almost like, if one tactic didn't work, they'd go to another. If doing acting stupid and innocent didn't work, they'd intimidate you. And if intimidating didn't work for you, they'd be acting stupid and hide. That's a big one. So a lot of times, it's like they almost hid until they could no longer hide no more. Interesting. So that's what I get for, what were their intentions for their negative action? What were their intentions behind their negative action? All right, so it's time to get to pile number 2. So what are their intentions for their negative action? Okay, let me get these cards away, and we're going to get to pile number 2. What are the intentions for their negative action? Let us see. Were they mixed, convoluted, positive, negative? The human psyche can be complex, right? The human psyche can be, so let's see, the Queen of Cups. Oh, wow, the Queen of Swords. And I only got 3 cards for this, and the 3 of Cups. Interesting. I'm going to, and what I heard with this was like, it's almost like this person is, what can you do for me? That's their energy. It's sort of like they have 2 sides. They've got the Queen of Cups, or maybe they think you have 2 sides, and they don't really know what side to appeal to. So, so basically, they don't really know what side to appeal to. But it's sort of like they basically, they don't know what side to appeal to, and they, or something, and then we've got the Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. So it's sort of like it's like they sort of, it's like I'm hearing that they kind of have good intentions towards you, but they kind of, it's like I get this totally split energy with you see the Queen of Cups and Queen of Swords facing each other. They're actually diametrically opposed energies. So it's sort of like they wanted to, it's sort of, okay, what I'm hearing, okay, now I'm getting it. The end result, interesting, self-defeating. But it's like, as long as the end result benefited them, they would be good with it, whatever you did. But what they ended up doing, they ended up getting their paws in your energy, and you're almost like, what did the F did you do that for? It's sort of like they had split motivations, and you might have, I mean, I'm hearing that what this person they did that made you quite angry, and it seemed almost self-defeating, and I'm hearing they did some sort of action that was defeating towards you, and violating towards you, and it's like you almost didn't know that this person had this side, and it seemed almost self-defeating or defeating towards you, and it was very violating. And I'm hearing in some cases, this person, like, they told themselves that you were in danger, so they had to take this particular action. But it was really them. It's like they said that you were in danger of being, like, invaded, or somebody doing, it's like they made this, okay, I'm getting the word triangulation. So the 3 of Cups. Now, it's like they kind of created this story that there was this other enemy, but they were actually the enemy. And then they sort of violated your trust, and it just came out of nowhere because it's this sort of different sides to them. It's like almost like they have different sides to them, and you didn't know what was coming, coming. Yeah, you didn't know it was coming. Interesting. And I put the Two of Swords. So this was a real shocker for you to have this person. It gives me the energy of this person just stabbing you in the back, violating you, defeating you. But in some cases, it's like they almost, they think that what their action was good, but it's sort of like they're deluding themselves. And it's almost like they did, you were shocked at their fractured psyche, and that they could do this, but while acting in one way, but it being totally a different way. And it's like, almost like this person doesn't even know, and it's like the prison, and it's sort of like prison. Interesting. I'll see if I can get some more. So prison, let's see. Prison, it's sort of like, this person, it's almost like they don't know. It's sort of like this is it's like they don't, prison and Ten of Swords. It's like this person, they feel very emotionally inept or immature, and it's like almost like anything that they do will have the stench of their fractured self. The stench of their fractured self, and then we've got the Death card. It's sort of like anything they do is sort of, has a stench of their unhealed self. So I'm hearing you're not the first, and you won't be the last. Like, until this person heals what is wrong inside of them, they will continue to do this. It's almost like this person has a pattern, and you got caught up in this person's pattern. You got caught up in this person's pattern, and it's like, and you didn't know what to do about it. You didn't know what to do about it, and yeah, you didn't know, and it's like, it's important to know that this person has violated and invaded and sort of screwed over other people in the same way, and it has to do with this person really having a dual nature, and it's like, it's very self-defeating. Like, it may have appeared to be, and it was, I'm hearing in a lot of cases, it was violating and even very damaging towards you, but it's part of their self-defeating behavior pattern. It's like they can't reconcile it's like they can't reconcile these disparate parts of themselves. And that, I think I've covered it now. I think that's sort of summed up everything I've got from this energy. Let's go to pile number 3. Alright, pile number 3. I'm just going to put away the cards from pile number 2. And let's see, their negative action that they perpetrated towards you, or action or something they said, was it like intentional? Was it fully intentional? Their negative action. Let us see what we've got right here. We've got the friendship bracelet. But I don't know that I necessarily trust this friendship. Whenever I look at this bracelet, I think of friendship and extending the olive branch, but I don't know that this is Six of Wands. So what were their intentions? And I got immediately, they have about 4 different intentions. And there's a lot of fracturing. You are the victory. You are a badass. So this person, I get, okay, let me see the rest. The 8 of, okay. So, I'm hearing that this person wanted to almost like declare victory over over other people. They wanted to, over you and specifically, like, it's sort of like they wanted to sort of, I'm hearing this person may have been like threatened by you in some way, threatened by some sort of energy that you have, or some sort of passion that, and it's like, okay, I seen this image of, you know, when somebody, okay, they may have taken something literally, or they may have tried to take your self-esteem. I'm getting that's more like they might have taken actually physically something out of your reality and tried to take it for themselves. But it's more like they tried to, and I think this image of, when somebody goes to an unexplored region, like, when they go to the moon or wherever, and they stake it out with this, what do you call it, a stake, or, I'm here, and everything like that, right? And it's like, it's almost like, they want to, like, prove that they're better than you in some way, and they did that by taking your self-esteem or something, or trying to steal something. It could be a significant other, could be a job, it could be they wanted to steal something to prove that they're sort of better in some way. Interesting, but they're not better than you. They're not better at all, but they somehow like to think that they are for some reason. And their action was trying to, and I'm hearing this person has a lot of subconscious stuff going on. So, okay, what I'm hearing is that this person had this motivation was to somehow, like, take something of you, or takes your self-esteem, or somehow have one up over you. But but they kind of presented themselves as being a loving gesture when it was anything but loving. They wanted to make it seem like it was a loving gesture when it was anything but that. It wasn't that at all, but they wanted to pretend that it was. But and it's sort of like, it's like they wanted to create something in their reality without the work, by just taking something, by sort of making, like, it's almost like the energy of, in some cases, you worked hard on something and then they tried to, steal it, but it's more energy, like they're almost like stealing energy and pretending that, they're coming by with a sense of, positivity, a sense of what do you call it, like extending the olive branch, right? So it's like they kind of, when somebody, like, imagines, like, they may have done something like, I'm really like, let me come back to your house and let's hang out, but they just really wanted to steal something, or they pretending to be a certain way, but their motivations it was really different from what they presented it to be. And it's sort of like, and then it's kind of like this person, it's kind of like there's an energy of kind of like misguided, okay, this is what I heard, misguided spiritual searching. So it's sort of like they were, like, what they were trying to do was not really what they really wanted to do. And it's kind of like they're lying to themselves. And it's sort of like they wouldn't admit what they were really trying to do, even to themselves. But they were, in fact, trying to do it. Falseness. So they're almost, yeah, I get this energy of wanting to, like, best you in some way, but pretend to be something and take something all at the same time. And this caused you a lot of sorrow. And this person's, their motivation, I get that their psyche is, like, fractured into four, and it's like, I'm getting a sense of somebody who's, like, has all these different reasons for doing things, and they don't know what those reasons are. They don't really know. But it's like everyone knows what the motivations are but them, type thing. So it's sort of like, it's like this person, it's like they're lying to themselves, but the only person they can fool is themselves. It's like they're not fooling anybody else, this person, and it's sort of like, but it doesn't feel like this person's very safe, or that they truly have good intentions, although they may pretend to themselves and other people that they do, if that makes sense. So All right, pile number 4. Did the person have good intention, or what was their intentions with their negative action? The Tower. So this feels like the most, in some cases, let's see what the other cards, but the Tower would be, okay, let's see what the other cards, and then the Magician. And then I see, when I see it, oh, 2 of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. So I'm hearing it's sort of like, they wanted to cause a tower movement and regain power, or they wanted you to regain power in some way. In some cases were either like interesting, like it's sort of like they caused something negative, but they maybe, is this nefarious or not? I'm trying to figure this out. I'm hearing it can be in some cases, but it's sort of like they wanted to, like, it's almost like they felt that the situation had gone on for too long and they wanted something to solidify. That's the energy that I get. So they wanted either you or them to, like, make a decision on something. And they went about it really in a clumsy manner. So it's sort of like they wanted something, it's almost like a situation that had been going on and they wanted to make it, they were just almost like tired of it and they wanted it to be a particular way. And instead, it kind of, I'm hearing that it kind of, their intentions, it kind of, I'm hearing in some cases nefarious. In some cases, they just wanted something to end, but they kind of, they overstepped their bounds and they made it really, you know, they kind of really messed something up along the way. Yeah, they did. It's like they, and it's kind of their action. I'm hearing the word domino effect. And it's kind of like, it's sort of like, you know, when you, they thought, oh, I'll just get this rolling a little bit, not knowing that all the dominoes were all connected to like many dominoes, and they thought, oh, maybe there was just 3, but there was 1,000 type thing. So they just kind of, it could have been partially nefarious, but it's almost like they wanted to end something or gain control of their life in some way. And it's almost like it had results that they could not even foresee. And it's like, they almost like they wanted to create some sort of sense of security. Or also, I'm hearing in some cases, I'm hearing, this is what I'm hearing. And I think I'm getting the understanding of this, what this energy is now. So in some cases, they wanted to create like a positive change for them, for both of you, or something like that. They wanted to do that. They wanted to create something that they could depend on. And it's kind of like, oh, well, I'm going to force this situation into place and I'm going to make it work. It's almost like this misguided attempt to make it work. But I'm hearing in another case, they're just somebody who was sort of bored and they wanted to mess things up just for the cheer for sports. That would be more of an energy of a So I'm hearing for some, it's kind of like a sociopathic energy of somebody who's bored, who just wants to cause a scene or cause trouble. So then that's nefarious. So there's an energy of this pile that's nefarious. But then other ones, it's like they put the ball in motion for just wanting a misguided attempt, like sort of good intentions, to make something solidify. But the other motivation was felt more nefarious, like, or it felt full on nefarious. It actually feels nefarious for some, but you'll know the difference. I think you'll know the difference. And let's see what else. See if I can get some more cards for 5. 1, 2, 3, go up 6, 7. Okay, let's see. What do we have here? Retreat. And you'll know if the person, like, they'll have more of a retreating. If the person actually had good intentions, they'll have more of a sort of apologetic retreating energy, or even an apologetic energy towards that. Even if they don't apologize, you'll feel the energy of sort of a guilt or apology, even though they may not actually showed up, but that's the energy that they wanted to create. And then for the others, you'll feel an energy of a different energy, like they were just doing it for boredom. They were just doing it almost for sport, which had nefarious intentions, like just to mess things up. And it's sort of like yeah, father. So they may have issues with their father. This could have been your father, or but I'm hearing in some cases after this action, this person feels quite almost naked and unsafe. And it's like they almost feel that they should correct the situation, but they don't know how to. But then for other ones, they don't. This other ones that really don't have good intentions. They just they want to see the whole thing burn and rot. Wow, just as I said that, they just want to see the whole thing burn, and I got rot, which is kind of like they want to just see it all rot, burn, and just be chaotic. So they want chaos in some cases. And I'm hearing, but other, like, if it's the more not as negative intention, it's almost like they're weary of the whole situation. They're weary and they're kind of done with it. They're weary and they just want... I'm hearing they may have, in some cases, wanted, like, positive results with you, but it didn't get that positive result. So then they started to start trouble in some cases, trying to get the results from you that they wanted in that way, but it didn't. Anyway, I think that sums it up, and yeah, that's what we've got for a reading. What were their intentions with their negative action? Alright, so that's what we've got. Have a terrific day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.